they perform really well in terms of the group, and I believe they hold the record for the fastest game so far. Yes,
Okay.
in MPL as well. So yeah.
Let's see, and we are gonna get into the game drafting right now, where, like you mentioned, IDNS.
Oh wow! Look
Oh,
at that first ban. I
this
like how you
is
stop your thought halfway
interesting.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely, lovely.
Correct me if I'm wrong again. Is that I'm seeing Zach right now?
Is that Zaz?
Zaz. Zaz. Oh my goodness. See, even I got the name wrong right here. Had to have the
And-
Zaz over there.
Right. So
Whew.
I
Interesting.
I wonder if IDNS SG specifically is doing this in terms of strategy. Now, when I say strategy, it's by removing not one of the top four that usually get banned, which is Akai and things of that sort. By removing it, they allow themselves a chance to pick it up, because now either Lancelot, Kagura, or Akai potentially will come through. Now Kagura and Akai are open up there.
Oh,
Are they going to potentially go for it, or decide that, you know what, it's fine, we will beat you even though you have all of that?
and
It's
they
going to be
will go with
Kagura's.
Kagura right
So
here.
Akai is open for Falcon7 to potentially take it if they do want to. So is Hilda, so is Belmont. These are the more recent ones that has come through. Belmont would be a good pickup if they want to start contesting and potentially stealing away the heavy objectives across the map. So
I would go with an Arkai and Balman if I want to do, but yep, they want to choose a mage for this round.
So they want to take that Harley away. WQXD was a monster on him the last time around, not wanting to let him, you know, pop off again. So good response, stealing it away. Currently the draft reasoning is quite sound, but how well will they be able to, you know, close out their mental side there? Very quick Belmont takeaway for all the exact reasons that we said. Grok as well being there, so lots of zoning that you can do, especially with the throw-out wall that's there. Kagura can easily pop behind it, Belmont can dash over it. So good into terms of their favor. Falcon7 now looking to round out their composition. Chow was also picked in their previous match.
Okay, that's actually good. You want to go probably with another
I would like to see
assassin?
a Yishun Shin now been taken away from them.
First.
So not to give IDNS SG Yishun Shin. No, in fact, it is going to be that contested Rafaela that gets picked up here. So was good. Now on the other side, Kid from IDNS SG picked Rafaela up both times in previous games. Will not be seeing it this time around. What will he come back in terms of return? It would be manic if like a Stas were to come out right now. But I highly doubt that would be the case. Rafaela simply offers more utility in terms of the stun. Yishun Shin, no surprise there. Aurora. We saw fantastic Auroras yesterday.
Correct. So they'll be lacking of an assassin right here, but it doesn't really...
No, they decide to go in with Alice instead.
Is this the first Alice? Correct
This
me if I'm wrong?
is the first Alice, I believe, as well. So we saw some Alice in the qualifiers. This is the first Alice in the official season. I am worried for Falcon7.
I mean, Alice does have the skill which, you know, kind of evades her a bit, but that skill is normally just, you know, teleporting to the enemy to finish them off rather than running away.
I mean, that's what they have out here. You have Kagura and Alice that can engage from that long distance moving in. You have two good strong tanks, Belmont as well as Grog that's there.
Correct.
And LY4 has been, you know, really good on Yishun Shin, being able to use his ultimate at the right time, being able to move out, especially with the dashes. Now Falcon7 rounds out their composition with Irithel, so they do have the additional mobility.
Correct.
That's helping them out with here. I guess it's coming to that time.
Predictions.
It is predictions. You guessed it right.
I'm going to put my bet right now onto IDNS first because I want to see how this particular draft would work. They are the best. They have the best players. They have individual and team talent right here. So maybe doing this type, getting Alice on board in their picks, maybe just want to try it out, you know, try to fit whether is it okay to beat the current metas that we have.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's the current meta because IDNS SG has been regarded by some of the teams as meta trendsetters in that sense.
They
like
started out the trend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's also interesting to note that this is information from the qualifiers before this. During the qualifiers, the Singaporean teams have played more Alice in general compared to the Malaysian teams. So let's check it out in game now here. Will it work out for them? My vote's for IDNS SG as well. I'm hoping for Falcon7 to make a strong showing with all the additional experience that they have gained. Turtle's going to be on the bottom side for the match 1. And we already see it clumping up in the bottom side. They're hoping somebody walks into them.
Yep, and this is not a trap they will want to walk into there. Because if you're one member down, you know, you kind of give the goal advantage again.
The proxy is there. Belmont's all the way in the enemy jungle. They're stealing away both sides of the jungle and no real response from Falcon7. Really not wanting to do that. Belmont is still up there in the enemy jungle. Wow.
Interesting. I like his guts over there though.
They saw him going in. They surely
Yeah.
must realize something is up, but nobody being sent for as a response to it. Still out there stealing with enemy jungle. Now we'll come back to it in the end. Yeah.
And this is actually interesting. You know, getting the buffers on the goal. You know, try not to get any you know, lead for the opponents themselves. But the real battle comes in once the turtle responds. So let's see the 3-man lineup right here. You have Ishirshin, you have Grok. Oh, I couldn't see the other player over there from the screen. Should we check that? Oh, the other player went up already, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
Alice, yeah, Alice, my bad. And against Rafaela, Ritel, and last but not least, we have Harley. No, Harley's in the middle, so it should be
It's Chao, Rafaela, and Irikel
Correct.
that's in the bottom lane.
So in terms of matchups, the more deadly one could be
well, it's simply
Falcon7 in a
Falcon7
sense.
does have the most sustain to stay within the lane. Unfortunately, the punish is very strong coming in from IDNS side there. You have double mages essentially now with Kagura coming down, but you have a marksman and a mage there, so lots of damage potential can be dished out for them, and they can burst it down. We already are seeing that Kagura has started IDNS SG, taking out that turtle just as it spawns at the 2-minute mark. No response. Harley does come in. The umbrella does get thrown out away. Chao is coming potentially for the steal. Will it be enough? The steal does come through. Iritel will be able to get it. Backing away already. Yushin's ultimate will come down. No first blood. But first turtle does go over to Falcon7. Good steal.
Good steal indeed, without sacrificing other the members over there, which is like a trade-off from that side. And Falcon7 seems to be improving in that turtle, you know, early game turtle thing, battles right there, trying not to sacrifice their members. And good job to them actually.
It was a good response coming in from them. So Hari did see that Kagura moved out and was probably away, and there was no team member sets there. It was really good in terms of them. You are at a 3-minute mark right now, no kills, but the goal is still equal as well. So in terms of laning, the turtle did help them out a little bit to equalize the game, but still Falcon7 has a bit more of work to do to prove themselves.
Yes, indeed. And again, we have all the 4 members right here for Team Falcon7. And IDNS, they're just going to charge into the opponent's jungle lane, trying to steal their creeps for that little goal experience.
The proxy is ridiculous. They're both trying to proxy each other. Might as well just stay in.
I mean, you don't want to even... Oh, okay. Bauman's going to spot Akai right here. Not gonna be... Yeah, just a tease.
It's the battle of the tanks, as both of them hardly take damage.
Oh, look at that. You know, 1 slash, 2 slash, and then going back there. Ah, interesting battle. Pseudo. Interesting battle. And of course, Kagura over here, jungling, taking the buff here onto, of course, the his own side. And they're just trying to get enough farm and XP before engaging with any solo or team fights. And oh, Jason gotta be careful right here as he will feel the burn of the Ring of Fire by Harley.
Not enough, not really at this point. It's still too early.
Scalding.
Kagura though goes in. Grok as well falls down, and with Alice as well, that is a clean execution by them. 3 members being taken out. Not a chance. Melted away. Kagura and Alice, that combination. For those of y'all who did not quite notice, that 3 mages on the side of them. You have Kagura and Alice that's being there as well.
4 versus 3.
Yep.
Very unfair, but hey, you know, you gotta win, you know, with a different tactic to go in and win a battle. So while waiting for the highlight to come out, again, the replay later on, so we can see the IDNS members right now. 5 of them are grouping in the middle lane and are rotating in their various aspects. We're going to get the turtle right here. Hopefully Falcon7 noticed this and tried to steal right now. No, there won't be a steal. Akai was there to be the sentry. However, Alice will take the turtle down and will get that goal advantage.
So this is the instant replay for the kills that's being done over there. That engage does come through and Alice walks away in the end. It was a very clean, very fast execution. One on top of the other, piling on.
And here comes the rest of the members of IDNS. They are scattered around their various lanes and jungle. Again, IDNS, they feel very confident about this, you know, having 3 members on board, you know, rotating there, you know, creating some harassment for Falcon7. Falcon7 has to be careful on this. They don't want to give up, you know, they want to rotate too much because they do know that IDNS can just go there and, you know, deal some damage with their turrets, which would cause them to lose some objectives. But then again, IDNS not being the most mobile lineup right here for the heroes, but they still can do a lot of damage and the rotation is pretty decent.
Yeah, so far it is pretty decent. Unfortunate for the triple kill down in the bottom lane that's there, but they still will be able to do so. IDNS SG now applying the pressure across, are able to take down a second turret for them, and with that the goal lead's already ballooning away, 4,000 into their favor.
We are into the 7-minute mark right here, and IDNS, 4 of their members again, rotating together, trying to clear the lanes up. It's interesting to note that, you know, even though they are not sticking to their lanes, they're still doing a lot of damage and a lot of interference for the opposite team.
Well, I mean, they're simply executing strategy really better at this point. You know, they're moving between lanes. You know, the pressure goes down to the bottom lane. You have the kill, the tower gets taken. You're going to do that, and then Law's going to come out in a couple of seconds. You're going to look for this advantageous fight. You're going to potentially find it, and then instantly take Lord. Grok's wall's amazing, does come through in the end. Kagura is waiting at the side. There might be the kill. Kagura comes up with the first kill in the end. Grok will manage to survive by pulling himself away. Hardly tries to go in for the end. Will Belmont come up with the execute? Will not. Akai finds him. And they should be able to pull back from this. Now 5-0. So far a perfect game for them. 6,000 goal lead. Lord has just come up. Lord instantly gets focused down here. Will there be a response? A potential steal maybe. Akai is leading the charge coming from Falcon7 from the north side. Kagura is there zoning it away. Yishushin steals it away. WQXD does go in for the end. Will get punished. Will get taken down. Harley gets the kill credit for that, but Alice is still there. Alice jumps back in to the fray of it all, and still the damage continues. Rafaela's ulti will stop them in its tracks. Grok's wall still comes out. The fight goes on and on. Spin to win. Belmont is pushing up further ahead yet again. What a long fight. Irrital will be able to slow them down. Lord is already pushing back at mid, so they will be able to join up with their reinforcement. But still goes in the end. Look at that gameplay understanding. Will be able to execute 8-2 right now. Lord's going to be pushing in. This is 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Potentially game ending here.
And again, this is why you get Balmond into the fray. You know, you can get Lord so easily with the ultimate. But I'm not sure why Falcon7 did not took the opportunity to deal more damage, even though their opponent's resources, the ultimates are on cooldown and stuff. It's just a very bad fight right here for Falcon7. And look at that, IDNS giving no BS right here. Just trashing their opponents right now, giving so much pressure. However, Irritel will take down Yushin Sin from there. The players of IDNS are still continuing to push. Oh, nope, they're going to retreat right now. They do know that this is just enough damage. They've done enough damage right now for this particular play.
Well, unfortunately, with the Lord going down and them not having any more creep waves, they couldn't really go in for that final bit of the push that's there. But still, it seems like they're 4 feet under already. Falcon7 needs to put up a very strong defense, but with IDNS SG taking such a chaotic fight, but still coming out of it, especially with the Belmont sweep finally in the end there, it has led them to that very, very clean 9,000 goal lead.
9,000 goal lead. You can see the item progression right now for IDNS is really, really decent right here comparing to Falcon7. And Falcon7, they are so cornered right now in their base. Even though they still have the top and bottom lane turrets, But then again, it's gonna get demolished because of the map information is insufficient for them, and you know, IDNS is just controlling the pace of the game right now.
It's also interesting to note here, you have some of the viewers also saying the exact same thing, which is Wei Xiangzhou is saying that all 6 towers of IDNS SG in the outer base are completely at full health.
And he's saying he can at least down 1 tower from IDNS. Oh bro, you gotta watch your words, man.
Oh, well, it's certainly true. This is how much IDNS SG has been controlling the map and not allowing Falcon7 to simply be pushing it out. This is the clean strategy we looked at them being able to execute before, and it's still happening. Jason backing away there, rejoining the team, and the fight still will continue. Unfortunately, at bottom side, we also have another wave that is pushing out there. So the longer that Falcon7 is unable to put up the defense and push out the waves, they will get strangled away here. So moving up from top to middle to bottom, they are controlling all the lanes and all the waves there as well. Akai tries to come in, will spin to deter them away. Unfortunately, he needs to be careful. Nope, Belmont goes in, executes out. There is a mega kill, will dash forward. The confidence really of the team at this point is through the roof. 11,000, almost 12,000 ahead at the 11-minute mark. IDNS SG proving why they are so strong and feared in MPL.
And I can tell you that they don't really need a lot right now to secure checkmate for this game alone. They are the lords, my dear friend. They are the lords themselves. And it's so much pressuring that it makes Falcon7 so confused, so petrified in their game to even be themselves right here. And I think you're looking at the comments right now. He did say
yeah,
yep.
It's also interesting to note that like the players are struggling on Falcon7, but another thing that's been noted here, IDNS SG is not trying to push their luck. They have an advantage. There's no particular reason, there's no reward for ending the game earlier than anybody else. They want to go in for the most clean takes, which is why they're going for another Lord take that's here. It simply is the better calculated risk.
And, you know, comparing to Falcon7's previous opponent, which is MYA, this team takes every single window opportunity into their hands.
Yep, looking at this, another engage going out here.
And you can see all the teams are going in for the round right here. Akai is in so much trouble. He tries to push it out himself. However, Jason is splitting away Akai. Couldn't save the tank for his team. And Bellman again surviving with the tankiness.
That's 1v4 on that Belmont, and he's had so much of success in terms of kills.
He's pushing it right here in his own kill. Unstoppable double kill onto Cho. Bellman, aka Jason Gore, is having a time of his life, and this is GG to IDNS SG.
Really, really good job by them. You are seeing here that Belmont is the one that has given victory. Such a strong performance by Jason Ko and Belmont that's there. Lots of kills being secured by him in the end there. 6-0 and 3, but Mr. Vi is the one that gets the in-game MVP for having 0 deaths, 2 kills, 10 assists. I would say a good attempt by Falcon7.
Yep.
But the moment they had the triple kill at the bottom,